This video is sponsored by LingoPie. Go check them out. Hello children. If my calculations are correct, it's Halloween by the time this video comes out. To keep up with the holiday vibes, this video is going to be about some spooky ass kanjis, or what most people call them, ghost characters. So, in a long history of kanji, there are some characters born into this world through unnatural means. Luckily for us kanji enthusiasts, we can narrow down where most characters came from, right? At the same time, there's been instances where the origins of a character can't be properly explained, and it almost seems like they just one day popped into existence. Sounds like something Dan Aykroyd would say. Those are ghost characters, or what I like to call them, spooky ass kanji. Today, I'm going to cover different types of ghost kanjis, modern and historical. I'm going to inject so much knowledge into your head, you can only think of Halloween until you die. Like, comment, and subscribe. So, in 1978, with the invention of the computer device, programmers developed a list of characters so Japanese could be typed without limitations. The first time they did this, about 100 characters with no definitive origins were spotted. Fuck. In the span of 20 years, after dozens of research on people's names and places, they were able to find the origins of all the characters, all except 12. What you see on the screen right now are the famous ghost kanjis. It's a topic a lot of YouTubers, both Japanese and foreign, have covered. It's my turn now, baby. Okay. Where did all the coded characters come from anyway? The task force assigned for this project used the following sources. This, and this. And out of the 6,500 kanji they found, these characters remain to this day kanji with no definitive original sources. They all look really genuine, which makes it even stranger that they don't belong in this realm. If you just randomly showed me one of these, I would be like, oh yeah, that kanji, I feel like I've seen that before, yeah. Despite how hopeless it feels to find their origins, we got pretty solid theories on the roots of these kanjis. I even got personal theories myself. Let's go through all 12 of them and then something else after. The first kanji we'll cover is this character, Shi, cause it's fun to explain. So, possible origins for this character can be found in this middle of nowhere village in Shiga called Akenbara, spelled like this. The character looks similar, but we're missing a stroke in the middle. Where did this come from? So, when creating this character from scratch, the guys at the office spliced the characters by combining a mountain top and a female bottom from already existing kanjis. One of the theories is that they probably didn't cut the line cleanly from the other kanjis, so when printed out, a tiny little line remained between the two. It's either that, or when the characters were spliced, the photocopier left a line between the two characters which then was added to become a part of the character. It doesn't look wrong. In fact, it looks totally like a character that probably exists. That's what the record keepers at the office thought, and now we have this. Permanently. There's no going back once Unicode is published. Next character is U. This character is possibly a misreading of this kanji found in a town in Fukui, and instead of a tree radical, they mistook it for a hand radical. Whoops. Pretty believable if you consider the fact that most records are found written small on old paper with blotchy ink. This is going to be a recurring theme throughout the next couple of ghost kanjis. Before I started this video, I swear I've seen this character from somewhere, like I've written it before. Two theories regarding how this character originated is that it came from a misreading of Tsumi or this character. The Tsumi theory sounds believable, but the second character, I don't think there's someone blind enough to mistake heat with heat, no matter how small it's written. Personally, I got a different theory. Looking back at my school days, I distinctly remember a time where I accidentally wrote the word zehi like this. If I'm retarded enough to do something like that, imagine people just like me hundreds of years ago doing the same thing, somehow being unnoticed until programmers inserted as he. Next character is ro, which although exists in Chunam, doesn't exist in Japanese. So what happened? Some say it's a misreading of sakai, I don't see it. Others say it's a misreading of this sakai, I don't see that either. The last little group say it's a misreading of this character, Tol. I sort of see it. It's got mostly everything. But a piece of me really hopes that a random Vietnamese guy somehow brought this character into the hands of the researcher somehow. Wouldn't that be sick? Ken, possibly a misreading of Nure, found in a town in Gunma, Nurejima Machi. On the town's Wikipedia, it lists the ghost kanji as a fun fact, so it sounds definitive. Jo, despite the fact that it looks like something that would totally exist normally, was only found in one source. The Meiji Life Insurance Company kanji code table, which was lost to time by the way, so we can't actually prove the kanji was actually there for sure. Alternatively, this kanji is maybe a misreading of these kanjis on the screen right now. But other appearances which Joel was apparently discovered in was the Shinsen Jikyo, with the definition being a kind of frog. This book also has a bunch of other weird ass kanjis, and like 20% I doubt is canonical. So we could just ignore this altogether, and moving on to Chi or Ne. It's apparently a misreading of this character, Ne. Instead of the shimesa hen, they used the koromo hen. Totally understandable, really. But other appearances this kanji was found in was in the Shinsen Jikyo, just like the last guy, and also the Ruiju Myogisho, a Heian era dictionary written 1,000 years ago. Totally irrelevant in finding the origin of this character, but it's worth a mention as a fun fact. Gyoku, likely a misreading of Jun, and this Jun is likely a misreading of the original Jun. Apparently sourced in sources 2 and 3, but I think it's more plausible as a result of human error. Which finally leads to these three characters, Cho, Den, and Ka. No source, no concrete appearances in the past. These kanjis are just a huge mystery. Cho may be a misreading of the original Cho, and although plausible, doesn't really sound right to me. Cause first of all, it's not a rare see once in your life kanji. It's the Cho in Chucho, literally the only time this kanji is used ever. And any researcher probably would know Chucho is both spelled with the feet radical, so I don't know, what do you guys think? This Den likely stems from a misreading of the original Den. That also doesn't sound right to me. So what I'm proposing is that this one character stems from a Dord scenario. Let me explain. Dord is a ghost word accidentally created when the term D or D was accidentally combined into a single word. What if this character was also created in the same way? Wouldn't be impossible considering the fact that these two characters by themselves exist completely naturally. All you need is a sentence where something that looks like a small dirt radical next to the character and bam, there you have it. Genius? Hell fucking yeah it is. Far-fetched? Absolutely. This theory is just as absurd as it is pointless and adds nothing to the conversation. But no idea is a bad idea on the Maruhi Academy show. If you got any theories, write them down in the comment section. This brings me to the last character, the most well-known ghost character, Ka or Se. We have zero clue where this character came from. The only possible origins regarding this little fucker comes from a possible misreading of this other kanji. Here, look. Right here is a paper published in 1923. If you're thinking, oh shit, that's just straight up the ghost character. Mom, get the camera. You're mistaken. The character enhanced is actually this, Kyo. But due to how small and blotchy the ink job is, record keepers mistook the Kyo part with the Ka. Did a researcher who was reading a newspaper take this character as is? Who knows? This character is a result of human error and does not belong in this realm. So that was all 12 characters that remain unsolved to this day. So what, these characters are just paperweight then? Not exactly. These characters having no meaning ironically gives them more meaning. Some people use them in their online usernames. Others use the characters in song titles and video games. Others use it for a character's name and sometimes by accident. Look, this is a fictional character named Doshi Kaku, spelled like this. It's supposed to be spelled with a gomben, but after the Tehim version was used in magazines and credits, it accidentally became official. It's like Frankenstein, they gave the kanji life and meaning. That concludes the modern ghost kanji segment. Before I move on to the historical ones, I have some important news to share. Today's sponsor is LingoPie. LingoPie is a language learning platform that uses TV shows and movies to help users learn new languages. It features interactive tools like dual language subtitles, instant word translations, and the ability to create flashcards straight from the shows you watch. If you're on this channel, you might be interested in learning Japanese. Watch this. With the interactive subtitle tool, you can easily dissect these sentences into more easily digestible segments for you to better understand what's being said. And right now, LingoPie offers services for 14 different languages. This includes Polish, and guess what? I'm really interested in learning Polish. Now while I binge watch my favorite shows like the Smurfs, I could also be knees deep into my Polish studies.
The Smurfy?
If you're serious about learning through immersion, LingoPie is the most fun and effective way I found. Click the link in the description to get a 7-day free trial plus 55% off for an annual plan. Thanks LingoPie, links in the description. Okay bitches, now we're at the historical ghost kanji segment where I named some kanjis I thought looked interesting. Unlike these character termed ghost kanji because we have no record of where they came from, these are I guess ghost kanji because we have one random source for them and then never seen again. There's millions of them, but I'm just going to go through the ones I thought were interesting to talk about. Bam! This is Unicode U+31C44. The origins and true meaning of this character is an enigma. It was found in the Song Dynasty rhyme book Jiyun as an ancient variant of this character. That's why it technically has a reading. But even this character isn't used in Japanese, so it's just a borrowing of a reading that isn't used. These two pieces share the same seal script, but how this character preserved this awkward shape for so long is a mystery. Next is this character that looks like a pirate's steering wheel. In two ancient dictionaries, there's a record of this demonic character meaning talent equal to that of 10 people. It's either read as raku or roku, and as you can see, it comes in a fucking circle. The dictionary this character was founded in came from two places. The first source is the Goon Henkai, which was written during the Jin Dynasty, which we coincidentally talked about 2 episodes ago. and the Gokō Seijikai, written during the Ming Dynasty, that's fairly recent, like only 400 years ago. The author of this book must have been a monster-field psycho, because within the 70,000 recorded characters in the book, 15,000 of them are duplicates. Each definitions are brief, filled with errors, and wildly unorganized. Look, I found the book on Wikimedia, and on the third page, I see this similar looking character next to the gold radical. The definition reads, has the same tone and meaning as this. None of these definitions are helpful. In fact, this whole book is unhelpful. It relies too much on shock value. Up next, I'm going to talk about this spooky little bugger, whereas it or fun is probably the cutest kanji out there. It's got little hands and it looks like it's trying to get your attention by saying hun. This character was found in the Hokke Sandai Bunanjiki, a national kanji dictionary possibly written all the way back during the Muromachi period. According to Wikipedia, the book was intended to organize and explain difficult Chinese characters appearing in Buddhist scriptures, but the author also included a bunch of obscure national kanji, some of which makes me want to cry. This is just straight up a shape. This is even less of a shape. These are just three squiggles next to each other. You get the vibe this book is going for, right? This is what seems to be a Japanese 6'9", and this is something even kinkier. Where do these come from? Other than this source, we don't know. What do these mean? We don't know either. But the fact that we don't know almost gives these characters a mythical aura to them. Hey, look at this variant of utsu. Possibly either an alternate kanji or what it originally looked like. There's no modern equivalent today, so it makes you wonder. Hey, look at this kanji. When you put the blood reckle next to the nose kanji, you get a kanji that reads nosebleed. Honestly, a little genius. We should readopt this concept. Last segment. On pages 175 to 176, list a wind radical combined with different components. This is pretty interesting to me because nowadays the only wind or table radical kanji you see are only one of these. And back then, there used to be so many variants in Japan. This got me thinking, which character has the largest amount of strokes with a wind radical to it? And after a bit of research, I found a Ryugan Shikang, a Chinese dictionary compiled during the Lao dynasty by Khatan Mong. Man, this episode has a bunch of throwbacks. On the wind section, here are the three most crazy characters I see. Third place is this character, 34 strokes. Same meaning and pronunciation as dragon, but in Japanese you read this as ryo. Second place is this character. You write wind 4 times and it's 36 strokes. According to the definition, it looks like it means wind of the strong variety. If you could read this, type it in the comments. And finally, in first place, this character with 37 strokes. Looks like it has a similar meaning to this character. Alright, bonus round. Listed in a different dictionary is this character. There's possibly 2 places this character was found, but both of them I searched through and I couldn't find anything solid. 46 strokes. What is going on with this part of the character? It looks like some kind of Chernobyl feather. Anyways, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, and thanks to LingoPie for sponsoring this video. Links in the description. If you like this video, make sure to smash that motherfucking like button for more ghost kanji related videos. And also make sure to subscribe if you like kanji related content. Thanks for watching, Scary Monsters. She had a horror of room, she was tired, you can't hide beat. When I looked in her eyes, they were blue, but nobody's home. She could have been a killer if she didn't walk the way she do, as she do. She opened strange doors that we've never closed again. She began to wail, jealousy screams, way in the light, know what I mean.